For your dog, today felt completely normal. For you, it probably looked like an ordinary day. Maybe they followed you into the bathroom again. Maybe they stared at you while you ate. Maybe they suddenly ran through the house like a tiny furry tornado. You laughed, you ignored it. But animal behavior researchers say something incredible. Dogs communicate constantly. The strange part, most owners miss the message entirely. Because dogs don't speak with words, they speak with movement, with scent, with distance, with touch. And once you understand these signals, you stop seeing random behavior and start seeing conversations. Today, we're uncovering 12 things your dog does that secretly reveal what is happening inside their mind, and one of them may completely change how you see your relationship. Let's begin. Number 1. Why does your dog follow you everywhere? Bedroom, kitchen, bathroom, everywhere. Some people joke that dogs have no sense of personal space, but researchers studying canine attachment found something interesting. Dogs often use their humans as a secure base. This idea comes from attachment studies similar to those used with human infants. Your dog isn't simply following because they're curious, they're monitoring safety. In unfamiliar environments, dogs repeatedly check the location of trusted humans. Your presence acts like a biological anchor. They are your reference point, their home inside the home. That's why even confident dogs often glance back during walks. They're checking, still there? And every time you are, their nervous system relaxes. But the next behavior becomes even more interesting, because some dogs don't follow you. They watch you. Number 2. Why does your dog stare at you? This one unsettles people. You look up, and there they are, just staring. Scientists studying canine social behavior discovered that mutual eye contact between dogs and owners increases oxytocin levels. Oxytocin is sometimes called the bonding hormone. It's involved in emotional connection and trust. In other words, your dog may literally feel closer to you by looking at you. But context matters. Soft eyes and relaxed posture usually signal affection. Wide eyes with tension may signal uncertainty or stress. Dogs don't just look, they communicate through how they look. And speaking of strange communication, number 3, why do dogs suddenly sigh? You've heard it. That long, dramatic exhale. Some owners joke, "Wow, my dog is disappointed in me." But animal behavior specialists think sighing often appears during emotional transitions. Imagine excitement fading into relaxation. Imagine anticipation ending. Imagine tension leaving the body. Dogs sometimes release that state physically. Puppies often sigh while settling into sleep. Adult dogs frequently sigh while lying near trusted people. Translation: I can finally relax. That tiny sound may actually represent comfort. But this next one confuses almost everyone. Number 4. Why does your dog bring you random objects? Not just toys, socks, shoes, strange things, even things you absolutely did not ask for. Many people assume, my dog wants to play. Sometimes that's true, but sometimes it's social sharing. In wild social groups, valuable resources can strengthen relationships. Your dog may be presenting something important to them, not because they think it's valuable to you, because it's valuable to them, which makes the meaning surprisingly simple. I like this, and I like you. Now things get strange. Number 5. Why does your dog spin before lying down? Dogs have done this for thousands of years, before soft beds existed. Researchers believe this behavior may come from ancestral survival patterns. Wild canines often trampled grass and checked surroundings before resting. Spin, check, settle. Even though your dog sleeps on memory foam now, the ancient software remains installed. Instinct often survives long after necessity disappears. And that becomes important for the next behavior, because this one surprises many owners. Number 6.
Why does your dog sleep touching you? A paw on your leg, their back against yours, their body pressed against your feet. Physical contact among social animals creates security. Studies suggest close contact can reduce stress responses and strengthen bonds. Your dog isn't measuring couch space incorrectly. They're choosing connection. And sometimes they're choosing protection. Because dogs often sleep beside individuals they consider important members of their social group. But number 7 may reveal something you never noticed. Why does your dog yawn when you yawn? Researchers discovered something fascinating. Dogs can display contagious yawning, and contagious yawning in many species has been linked with social connection and emotional sensitivity. Dogs are actually more likely to mirror yawns from familiar humans than strangers. Think about that. Your dog may be unconsciously syncing with you, not because they're tired, because they're connected. And what happens next is even stranger. Number 8. Why does your dog suddenly freeze? You're playing, everything is normal. Then, suddenly, they stop moving. Freeze. Stillness in dogs can mean many things, sometimes curiosity, sometimes uncertainty, sometimes intense focus. The important part is context, because freezing is often communication before stronger signals appear. Many dogs show stillness before barking or moving away. The body speaks first, the sound comes later. And owners who learn to read that silence often prevent problems before they begin. Number 9. Why does your dog smell you after you come home? Especially your hands, your clothes, your shoes. To humans, you came home. To your dog, you returned carrying an entire world. Dogs experience reality heavily through scent. Research estimates dogs possess vastly more scent receptors than humans. Your trip to a grocery store may smell like dozens of people and places. To your dog, you're basically arriving with a news report attached to your body. They're reading it, page by page. Now here's one people misunderstand constantly. Number 10. Why does your dog suddenly ignore you? Owners often say, "My dog is being stubborn," but behavior specialists warn against oversimplifying. Dogs don't always generalize information like humans do. A dog that understands sit inside your kitchen may not immediately understand it outside, surrounded by birds, sounds, and distractions. The environment changes everything. Sometimes your dog isn't refusing, they're overwhelmed. Imagine solving math problems during fireworks. That's closer to their experience. And now, for the final behavior. We saved this one for last because it's easy to miss, but once you see it, you'll never unsee it. Number 11. Why does your dog check on you while sleeping? Some dogs lift their head, open one eye, look at you, then go back to sleep. Tiny behavior, huge meaning. Researchers studying social animals describe something called social monitoring. Individuals briefly track important group members, not because danger exists, because connection matters. Your dog isn't thinking, "Where's the mailman?" They're thinking, "Where's my person?" One quick look. Location confirmed. Everything okay. Back to sleep. And maybe that's the strangest thing about dogs. They live in our homes, sleep beside us, walk beside us, watch us, wait for us, study us every single day. And while we spend years trying to train them, they've quietly spent years learning us, maybe better than we realize. If your dog does any of these behaviors, write the one you see most in the comments. And if this changed the way you understand your dog, share it with someone whose dog has been trying to speak all along.